Okay, so the best weapons and attachments to use out here in GTA Online 2026, man. If you guys want to copy this exact loadout, you can feel free, man. But hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment, all right? So first off, man, if you guys do not have a Terabyte or MOC trailer, go ahead and buy one of those. If you're a new player and you don't have one, you can get it in more stock, cash and carry down here on the internet on the phone. Terabyte or MOC, honestly, I'd recommend buying both if you don't have it. For weapon loadouts and stuff like that, I think you have to do it in the MOC truck. Or the agency to be able to make a specific loadout, or the Avenger. But as far as the weapon customization, stuff like that, you can do it in the Terabyte or the MOC trailer, for the easier part being in the city. So another thing, man, if you guys want to have, so you, like I said, you see the loadout. If you want to have special weapon attachments like incendiary rounds, explosive rounds, stuff like that on your shotguns, combat MGs, revolvers, anything like that, you will have to do the bunker research, which I have one up here at the top of the map. So I actually haven't done it on this account because I haven't really felt like I needed to. But if you want to, that's how you have to do it. You can actually buy the research or earn the research through grinding. And it does take a little bit of time to get it because I don't know. I can't remember how long it took last time. It took like probably, I don't know, 3-4 days or something being consistent. If you buy the research, it's actually faster. But anyways, so that's how you do that. But as far as the weapons go, man, this is a loadout that I have right now currently. Now, I have switched it up several times. If you're a comp player, obviously it's not going to mean that much to you as much as like a free mode player, somebody just using a bunch of weapons. But the revolver, up and atomizer, stun gun or taser, and the SNS pistol, combat MG Mark II, special carbine rifle Mark II, heavy sniper Mark II, and marksman rifle. And then in the fist, I just have all these different the melee weapons and different things, a damn shocker, candy cane, knife, stuff like that. And the shotguns, I got the normal pump shotgun and the assault shotgun, homing launcher, railgun, grenade launcher, and RPG. And then this one, I just have the sticky bombs. I recommend not keeping like a crazy amount of stuff in your inventory unless you're doing like trolling, stuff like that, trying to take out players with it. And that's what I do. I've switched it up, trying to make it not boring. And a lot of you guys get bored. So if you don't switch up your loadouts, I recommend switching up the loadouts to help you guys out with just making things different here and there. So once you go inside your Terabyte or MOC trailer, go over to the weapon loadout section over here. And basically, man, as far as attachments, now I made this thing look kind of crazy. Okay, I put the sight attachment on there, put the suppressor and the extended clip. Okay, so for something like this is more of like a troll weapon. Obviously, you're not going to use this in a real PvP fight unless somebody just sucks that bad. You're not going to be able to take somebody out that knows what they're doing with this shit. But this is what I recommend putting on here: extended clip, put the flashlight on there so you can blind them, put that mounted scope on there. The suppressor muzzle that's on there to make it silent. And then, like I said, as far as the tent goes, you can actually change your tents to whatever you want. I recommend the darker tents, but some people will actually say that the tents will make your damage, I think it's the damage or the distance, not do as much. I think it's the damage, even though it's kind of dumb. And I think it may be true. I think it used to be more true on PS4, but the PS4 damage versus PS5 damage is also different, because if you go from PS4 to PS5, you'll see it. If you go back from PS5 to PS4, you will also notice the damage difference from the Combat MG Mark II. So, like I said, there are differences, but the heavy revolver Mark II, now this thing's dirty, man. If you want to take people out of like a Buffalo STX, something like that, something that's got, you know, armor on it, shit like that, to bust through the glass, you can take them out, put the ammo types on there. Which right now I got tracer rounds on this. I got the have the scope on there, so you can put the small scope, holographic. I recommend the holographic on anything you put on, honestly. Put the flashlight on there. I don't actually have the compensator on the muzzle right now, but you can put that on there. Like I said, I've switched to different things over the time, but this is the current loadout, best one I have, usually that I copy to different accounts. So, and as far as the tents go, you can have different tents that you want, obviously. And then moving on, man. So this is my best weapon I recommend you guys using out here as far as an AR or assault rifle in the game, man, with the extended clip, suppressor, the tent, and the holographic sight on there. One of the best weapons to use, man, as far as, you know, not that crazy amount of recoil on the gun, shooting, taking people out of, you know, night shark, shit like that. Very balanced weapon. Or if you want to use it for like RNGs, face-to-face, more competitive style modes, one of the best guns to use right here, man. Special Carbine Mark II. Recommend this over the bullpup or anything else. So take that how you take it. So let's see what else. The marksman rifle. Okay, if you guys hate oppressive Mark IIs, you hate people being in vehicles, something like that, they go up in the air, they're trying to take you out. This thing right here is absolutely dirty. Now, I did actually take off the suppressor, which I might actually put it back on. But to be able to take people off of the oppressor, you have to put that scope on there. Okay, if it's blank, you won't be able to do it. So we can actually go right here, and it is the holographic. Okay, if you use this one, it will not work. If you use this one, it will not work. So make sure you have the holographic on there. Okay, and I think I'm actually going to change that tint too. Let's see, we'll change the tint. Put that two-tone on there. Let's see. None of those over there. So the grip, obviously, add the grip on there. Put the flashlight, and then let's see, the muzzle. So I don't actually have a suppressor on there. If you put the suppressor on there, it will take a little bit of the damage off. It says reduces noise and muzzle flash, but I think it takes a little bit of the damage. You can still knock somebody off the shit like hella easy though. I don't have an attachment, but I think I will put the split end muzzle on there. I've kept it off and I've kept it on. So as far as that goes, take that how you take it. But that's one of the best ways you can actually take somebody off of the Oppressor Mark II out here, man, or out of a scramjet or torter. So easy, and it's very OP, very OP. So another recommendation right there. The Combat MG Mark II out here in 2026, man, one of the best guns to use as far as an LMG. This thing, depending on if you're using it in first person or third person, will matter on damage. Now, I have used the scope on this before, which I think has helped a little bit on damage. Not much, but like I said, the tints also matter a little bit, I think. They used to matter. I don't know if it's switched or whatever. I think they used to, the damage, for whatever reason, mattered a little bit. Now, this thing used to be dirty on PS4, and they actually nerfed this shit like crazy going to next gen. So that's something that you have to take how you take it. Now, I don't have the heavy barrel on this, which I should probably have, but see, it's at saying I got to do the unlock for the bunker property. So on research. So that's another thing. Certain weapons attachments you can't do unless you have that research. So if you don't have your research done, I recommend just grinding to do all the research or buying all the research. That way you have it done and you're good to go if you want to switch. You know what I mean? Tracer rounds. I don't recommend putting any special rounds. And this is what I forgot to say on the Combat MG Special Mark II. Maybe just the shotgun, because you're going to be using that one less unless you're doing like PvPs like base, beach, airport, AW, all weapons, stuff like that. I don't recommend putting any kind of special ammo on this. You only get like 400 in a clip and a full mag. So, and then you got to literally go back and reload. And once you're out of that weapon, you're out until you go back to your Terabyte or MOC to reload it, which sucks. So don't recommend putting any kind of special weapon ammo on that, but you can try it if you're more of a toxic player. You like to add more damage and stuff like that. So this one and the Special Carbine Mark II are probably the top two, honestly. The last one right here is probably got to be the Heavy Sniper Mark II. If you guys don't have this one already, man, definitely recommend this one. Put the extended clip on it. Like I said, it does have all these other options: the incendiary rounds, armor piercing rounds, full metal jacket rounds, E rounds or explosive rounds. I don't recommend putting anything on this one necessarily either. I know I used to actually do on PS4, I would do the incendiary and then swap to the explosive. Now, it can be funny depending on what you're trying to do. It can be nice if you're trying to, hit a jet with an explosive, but now you have the railgun too that you can use. So you're not just limited to the sniper. So I do actually put the suppressor on here to kind of dumb the noise down. It can take a little bit of the damage off, but I recommend putting the suppressor instead of the normal. In an actual fight, like a beach or airport, I might take this off, but it actually, believe it or not, it helps a little bit as far as balancing, is what it seemed like. It doesn't really take a crazy amount of damage off. I mean, it can a little bit, but try it out and see how you like it. Try it without the suppressor and try it with the suppressor and see how you like that. And then, like I said, obviously the tint. I'm actually going to put that back to classic black. But anyways, man, take this how you take it. Like I said, this is not always a permanent loadout for me, and it may not be for you. You may not even like any of these weapons. But if you don't have them, haven't tried these out already, especially this one right here, if you don't have this one, get this in your loadout ASAP. Put that holographic sight on there, the extended clip, suppressor, no suppressor, doesn't matter. This thing is dirty. Probably one of the top ones besides the Special Carbine Mark II that you can actually use. So, that's the best weapons and attachments out here, man. Like I said, if you guys don't have that bunker research already completed, You will have to grind the research or do the you'll have to buy the research if you can't grind it. If you can't buy it if you can buy it. But it does take a little bit of time, and I'm probably gonna have to actually do it on this one too, because I don't have any of the research done. So if you want to get those special attachments like the E rounds, incendiaries, armor piercings, full metal jacket, any of that stuff, you have to do that research. So anyways, that's that, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and turn on post notifications. We'll leave it at that, and you guys have a good one. Peace.